current look at live pinpoint Doppler radar right now shows all the South Plains looking pretty good out there. You can see, but if we take a look off to the northeast, that's where we're finding a couple isolated showers and thunderstorms going up across the eastern terrain of New Mexico. Those are diminishing as the sun does set across the region, but the northwest flow is taking shape across the South Plains, and that may even help us see some isolated showers and thunderstorms during the overnight hours across our region. But a current live look at the Idalou sky cam showing a fantastic evening across the South Plains. Currently looking at those crystal clear skies out there, but those temperatures are cooling as we are speaking now. 87 currently here in Lubbock, 10 degrees cooler as you find yourself in Silverton. Thanks to a little bit of some cool air coming in from the northeast, as well as the increase in moisture across the area. But those temperatures quite comfortable as you're heading out this evening, so nothing to be too worried about there. But all the interest right now is in the tropics and what is going on. Well, we have Hurricane Joaquin right now, a very strong Category 4 storm, packing winds right around 130 miles an hour. Movement is slowly off to the west-southwest around 5 or 6 miles an hour, but that will change as Joaquin gets caught up in the jet stream and begins to accelerate off to the north during the coming days into the weekend and early next week. Now, the exact track of that system is quite uncertain right now. All models are in agreement that it will stay off the southeast coast, but as it nears New England toward New York and Boston, that's when the models have some differences there. Some are taking it into New England, and then some are taking Joaquin right off the coast and into the open sea, where it will eventually diminish. But coastal impacts can be expected all the way from the Florida Keys, Bahamas, all the way up to Maine. You guys need to be on alert for that, and for potential for some flooding and high surf and swells along the coastline. But just keep in mind, if you have any interest out there, and check for those further updates on Joaquin. But overall, the other weather across the United States right now, well, here in Lubbock, we're sitting good. The northwest flow taking across our region, but by next week, that's when we have some weather stories coming in for you. We have a couple storm systems taking place up there across the northwest right now. Those will begin to dig with the jet stream down into Southern California and then inject over our region, which will keep our weather quite unsettled and cool as we head into next week or so. But as we take a look into your future cast now, taking us through tomorrow morning as you're heading out the door, just seeing some of those isolated showers and thunderstorms developing across the northeastern South Plains as I showed you earlier across New Mexico. But it wouldn't be surprised if we found a few of those as far west as Lubbock and also into the western South Plains heading out their door tomorrow. But don't expect anything too major, but some increasing clouds or so by Friday afternoon, seeing just a little bit of a break of those showers and thunderstorms. But by Saturday morning, yeah, some more activity taking place across the region, more widespread showers and thunderstorms quite possible across the South Plains, and then heading into Sunday as well. So at least one good note is that we're seeing some of the rain return back to the area, but by Sunday early morning or so, once again, still looking at those widespread, widely scattered showers and thunderstorms out across the region. Now, as far as forecast models handling the precipitation amounts, now, longer range forecast models aren't really biting on this weekend's activity and really heading into early next week, but I'm slightly in a disagreement there. I think we'll see it just around 1/10 of an inch or so across the region, maybe amounts just under that. It just depends if you get under one of those heavy showers or so, but forecast models heading into Monday as well, still not looking too impressive. Like I said, well under 1/10 of an inch across the region. But by Tuesday and Wednesday, that's when we begin to see some of the approach of those upper level storm systems, as I was talking about earlier, approaches from the west, as well as some better moisture pumping into the region, which will help those rainfall totals go up just a little bit heading into the end of next week. So bumping up to well over 1 inch of rain by Thursday evening or so. Widespread 1.25 to 2 inches across southeastern New Mexico. So, but much will change between now and then. But one for sure thing will be the cooler temperatures heading our way. Now for tonight here in Lubbock, we'll see a temperature right around 54 degrees. 10% chance of rain, mainly to areas off to the north and northeast of the Lubbock metro area. But those winds will be from the east-southeast around 10 to 15 miles an hour. But for your Friday, heading into the weekend, much cooler than what we saw today. 80 degrees expected for your high in Lubbock. 10% chance of rain, mainly during the afternoon hours. A very widely spread spot shower could is not out of the question there, but by Friday, once again, 80 degrees expected for you. Now, game day here in Lubbock, it won't be here in Lubbock, but if you're heading out to any watch parties, right around 72 degrees expected. Cooler heading into Sunday with a temperature, high temperature expected right around 71 degrees, but Sunday morning, 49 degrees. And I wouldn't be surprised if a few locations saw mid-40s by Sunday or so. So if you're heading out to those early morning services, make sure you just pack a coat or so. But hanging with those 70s heading into Monday, as well as the cloud cover hangs with us heading into next week. Lower 80s Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, thanks to some moisture and cloud cover. We'll keep those temperatures down just a little bit, but those overnight lows in those mid to upper 50s. But a sure sign that fall is finally beginning.